Good morning and welcome to Walking for Weight Loss Weekly Tips. You caught me going back down the hill, so don't mind my breathing. I am just out early on this Saturday morning. Turn around. It's a little, not sure if you can tell from the video or not, but it's beautiful. It's about 50 degrees. The air is chill, but there's some humidity because of the fog. And we've had quite a bit of rain the past couple of days. Not like torrential downpours or storms or anything like that like we've had in the past. This is more, it was more just kind of like the whole air was wet. Kind of like that mountain misty kind of rain. So it was nice because you can get out in it, and unless you were outside in it for really, really long, you wouldn't get soaked. But I count it as a blessing because it's nice to walk and have a little wetness on your face, and then also it meant I didn't have to hand water my garden for a couple of days, which was great. So I'll have to check on that later. Getting ready to go up a hill here. So today in my neighborhood, I walked a little bit further down the road than I normally do. I usually turn around at the top of the hill, at the top of the second hill, and then turn and then go back. But I wanted to go a little further on this road just to see what it was like. And because, you know, sometimes when you're walking, especially daily or whatever your routine is, it kind of gets monotonous, believe it or not. As beautiful and as wonderful as the sounds and the smells and the sights are, it does get monotonous sometimes. So I find that if I keep changing where I'm walking sometimes, between the park and here in the woods, that helps. But then also on my routine walk, finding ways to bring in some differentiation into that walk. Let's go up the hill together. Whew. Next week we'll be talking about breathing. This hill is very tricky. It does not look that big until you get almost to the top, and then you're like, oh my goodness. So finding ways to, hello, no, it's not magic. I actually had to stop the video because I was actually getting quite out of breath. So I don't know if it was just, it hasn't happened since that I've gotten that out of breath, but it does happen occasionally. I think it's a side effect of the thyroid condition that I have. Sometimes I get heart palpitations. And so I stopped the video, stopped recording just so that I could focus on my breathing. And yeah. And then also last week I had some health related, not bad news, but just not really good news either. So I just think that just in general, my body was kind of taxed and stressed. So I will finish the video right here in front of my home and just continue on with what I was saying, which was that when it comes to walking, things can get monotonous. It can get a little bit boring. So there are a couple of things that I do. The first thing I would encourage you to do is to have a wandering mind, a mind open to exploration. So, you know, take that side road you've never taken before. Take that trail in the woods that you normally wouldn't take, but for some reason it's calling to you. Go a little bit down that trail and come back and then continue on your normal path. Anything like that will help to make your walking more enjoyable. It'll make it more of an adventure, like you're going out on a journey, on a trip. And I am a huge fantasy book reader. I also have written a couple of fantasy novels, never published, but just for my own enjoyment. I love to write fantasy. And when I'm walking, I kind of feel like the heroine or the hero going out on their journeyman's quest or their journeyways quest. So I like that spirit, that sense of adventure that comes with taking new trails. Now, of course, you want to be safe. So a lot of times what I'll do, especially since I moved to a new area, is I will drive down that road a couple of times before I actually walk it, because where I live is not in the city, and a lot of people leave their dogs, just in their yards. And because there's not a lot of people actually that do a lot of walking in my area, so they're not really expecting people to be walking up and down or kids to be walking up and down, I guess. This is what I'm thinking. But they leave their dogs out, and a lot of times they're not in a fence or on a leash or anything like that. And I want to be safe. The whole point of walking is to take care of my body, and I don't want to put myself in danger. So I will travel that road by a car a few different times a day, just to kind of scope out the area, make sure it's a safe place to walk, and then I will walk it. So that might be something that's an option for you. And also just, finding new areas to walk. Another thing I like to do is I carry with me my headphones and my phone. I have Audible, I have music on my phone. I also have my app that has my Bible on my phone. So I can extend my walk sometimes just by throwing on my headphones when I start to feel I'm feeling a little strain, like, oh, I don't know if I can do one more lap. But I'll throw on my headphones, put on some music. That'll always help. Or I'll put on the book I'm listening to, or I'll put on my Bible reading for the week, and that will help as well. So just finding different ways to kind of make your walk not just about the walking. And then that way your mind can say, oh, I'm out here, and yes, it's beautiful. You listen to the birds. I'm hearing the wind. It feels cool. I'm looking at all the beautiful sights, all the different sights. And that will help on the days when you're a little bit tired, or the weather is a little too chilly or a little too hot. It'll help you go that extra mile. And then always, always, always bring water with you. That will help. Sometimes I'll do water and then a Celsius, because that'll give me some energy to walk. I personally do not recommend energy drinks, but Celsius has an uncarbonated version, and it's really just fruit juices, and it's very low calorie. I think some of them are actually zero calorie. There's no sugar, and as far as that type of drink goes, I consider it pretty healthy. So I will take one of those. Yeah, so that is your weekly tip, a week late, but still here, to just have a spirit of exploration and extend your walks, or get through your walks by bringing some listening materials, podcasts or whatever, just to keep you going, to get you through to the end of it, so that the end of it you can feel accomplished. You don't feel like you shorted yourself out on anything. You went out there to do what you had to do and you did it. So I am doing a 30-day challenge, and it started yesterday. It's still not too late to join. Even if you come in on day 15, it's still not too late. Really, it's about consistency. So I encourage you to join us. We're doing 20 minutes a day of a workout, whatever intensity you feel you need, and then 30 minutes a day or 6K steps a day of walking. And then every day I come on, I share my workout with you, and I also you know, put a little post for you to add your comments to. So it's a little engagement. It's not completely altruistic. It's helping me stay on target. So I thank you, and I hope that if you join, it helps you stay on target. So have a great day.